Rock stars, it's Roxanne. I'm coming to you today with a review for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Season 7, Episode 3. So let's get to it, shall we? Alright, rock stars. So Shooter, he's pretty sad, pretty upset, pretty torn apart about his son getting killed. 21 years old, he was shot. Remember, we saw the funeral last week. Well, he was shot, and they say it's because of an argument that he had with somebody over $35. Something like 4 times. I think he said he was shot in the neck and died. So yeah, very sad story. No parent should have to bury their child. I couldn't even imagine if something like that happened to my children. I don't even like to speak on something like that. It's a terrible, terrible thought. So my heart goes out to him. He's got his boys with him. They are all supporting him. We see D-Lo there. We see was that Jamal from the one that played Biggie Smalls in the movie? He was there, and it was a whole bunch of other people there. It was, okay. People from BMF and all that. As a matter of fact, the guy from BMF, he tells them that since he got out of jail, he has a whole new respect for life. And, it's time to get out here with these youth and let them know that the streets and women and drugs and all that is not where it's at. But D-Lo says it looks like that's all this age group, this new millennials, that's all that they seem to be interested in is the drug culture. Nobody seems to want to slow down or even take into consideration the value of the life of others. So they have a pretty deep conversation as far as reality shows go, okay, especially Love and Hip Hop. I said, look at Mona trying to be socially conscious. Should also let his boys know it's been hard because him and Sierra are going through it, and she hasn't been around as much as he would like for her to be around, okay? Nobody seeming to want to mention this damn baby. Actually, 2 of them that Shooter has had on the side, but since he's mourning his son and whatnots, we not going to bring it up. Not right now, anyway. Later, we see Shooter and young Jock. They're working in the community with, what was the guy's name? What was it? It wasn't Blue Da Vinci. It was the other one with the long, long beard. Anyway, he's pretty active in the community, and they're part of some program where they're cleaning up the green space, just trying to make sure that the community doesn't have trash all in the what do they call it? Kudzu and everything. It's just all, it looks like ivy or whatever, just a whole bunch of leaves and stuff that kind of grow on a vine. Anyway, they're cleaning up in the area, and up walks a girl named Keely. Keely's a cute girl. I said, oh, look at Keely. You guys know I'm partial to when people look pleasant to my eye. But Keely is something else, child. Now, Keely tells us that she was friends with both Shooter and Sierra, but her loyalty lies with Shooter. I guess maybe she's known Shooter longer, or maybe they worked together because evidently Jock tells us that she worked in the industry. I guess she's pretty known. And Shooter, from what I understand, also worked in the music industry. So that's how their bond came about. And look, she don't see it for Sierra. If Sierra don't want to be around and support Shooter in his time of need, his son died. And yes, that is all very clear that his son has died, and you would want your wife, even though she's estranged at the moment, to be around. However, Keely is seeming to ignore the fact, or I don't know if Keely knows at this point, that Shooter has a 2-year-old and a new baby on the way. So I'm looking at Keely with the side eye because, bitch, don't tell me as another woman that you don't understand where Sierra is coming from. The only reason why I'm not going to really 100% go off on Keely because I'm not clear if she knows that there is a baby or 2 babies in question or not. But she was just like, you need a distraction. If if Sierra's not going to be trying to be there for you, then you need somebody else. And I was just like, really? This is what you doing? Okay, just come in and completely wreck shop in a marriage that is already in trouble. And obviously Shooter is going through it. Why would you even say something? So I'm looking at Keely like, oh God, one of these types. Now jumping over to Brett. Just Brett is performing some bullshit, y'all. All I can remember was, that's my sis right there. That's my sis. That's my sis right there. That's my sis. That's my sis right there. Maybe in person it was jamming, but I was just like, child, whatever. Anyway, Just Brit is performing. Jock is there. Jock has to babysit Keely. Keely is seeing the guy also, I forgot to add, who was with the long beard. Why can't I remember his name? Is it something like Brock or something like that? Oh, I can't remember his name, but anyway, she is seeing that guy, the guy that's really active in the community. Keely is there because the guy with the long beard, Brock or whatever his name is, he also works in the industry, and I guess he has something to do with promoting this event. So Keely is there trying to keep her good eye on him because, you know, the bitches and the hoes and the skeezers and the scallywags, they all around him. Keely got a problem with that. I mean, you know, she knows that it comes with the territory, yet and still. Okay, motherfuckers got to be all in his phone and all in his personal space and all on him and everything. So, you know. And Jock is there because Jock has decided that he has to babysit Keely, keep an eye on her for Shooter. So after her boyfriend finished dealing with the thotties over there, and he come over there and sit down, you know, it's like 0 to 100 automatically. Keely is going off on him, yelling and fussing about what she is and isn't gonna take from him. And I was just like, girl, why are you turned up all like this? You know, he just laughing like, oh, my bitch is crazy. Oh God, Keely, you gonna be one of these ones that got to prove something to us. You come in, you don't take no shit. You gonna be sitting up here arguing and fussing and fighting with somebody for no fucking reason. Why are you yelling at your man? You just said you know that it comes with territory. I was just like, ugh, she's tiring. But did I tell you guys that she said that she has a chick for Shooter, since Sierra ain't trying to have no act right? Because as far as she's concerned, Shooter apologized for what he did, and you know what, she needs to be around him. Again, not clear if she knows about these two kids, but she say, what better way to get over one puss is to get up underneath another one? As if she likes to be on top. You know, and Jock is just like, Shooter don't need that. I mean, Shooter is going through a lot. His son was just killed. His marriage is in trouble. He don't need another girl around him to just make it worse. But Keely is stupid and ignorant and ghetto, and she thinks that that's the way to do it. Now, later on, Keely is getting her nails done, and Just Britt has decided to join her because she just want to run a few things by her and see what she thinks. Now, Keely reminds us that in Atlanta, it's all about who you know and how you move. And Just Britt can either make or break her career depending on those two factors. Now, Just Britt signed with Rick Ross, I suppose, and Rick Ross is out here, you know, and the label is here, so she feels like Atlanta is where she needs to be. And you know, she's just trying to get her foot in the door. And it's been drama already because 2.0, who she finally calls Enchilada. Okay, you guys miss me calling her Enchilada, El Torito, Elevata, Enchirito, El Camino, Estelita. But it takes a long time to say all of that. So that's why we have downgraded it to 2.0. She says that 2.0, and Erica showed up at her rehearsal the other day with some shit. You know, Erica was talking shit about her feet and her shoes and all of that. And, you know, she was just like, I don't know why they going off on me. You know, I worked hard to get to where I am. I didn't try to sleep with nobody to get to the top, but then I was like, oh, okay, Just Britt. Now, I don't watch all these fucking reality shows. I don't be knowing. But you guys let me know that Just Britt was on some reality show that Rick Ross was on. I didn't even know that there was a show of such. Many of you guys told me in my comments that Just Britt was rumored to be sleeping with Rick Ross, and that was the reason why that he had signed her. And I do remember Rick Ross saying he would never sign a woman because he would end up fucking her. So now I'm just trying to figure out, like, did she have some sort of something going on with Rick Ross? I mean, she never was an official girlfriend. I know that for a fact. But the fact that she signed on with Danger Zone and Stevie J, and Keely says, yeah, Stevie J actually is very, very talented. He just can't keep his dick in his pants. So now Keely is saying, well, you know what, that might be a good space for you, but let me talk to Stevie J about coming over there and being a project manager for you. Okay, maybe I can take some of the weight off of his hands. Just Britt says, well, you know what, she's fine with that. Stevie had invited her to this mixer, but she was leery about going because all this other drama with 2.0 and Eric. But if Keely is coming, and we done already seen how Keely turn up, child, okay, I guess maybe Just Britt feels a little bit more comfortable. Now, Carly, we see her with her newest situationship. She says that Sean Garrett is not like all the other guys that we've seen her with. She says that Sean Garrett is different than all of the other men. He's really romantic. He just shows her something different. She's telling them about, the situation with Sierra and how it was sad at this funeral. She's trying to be supportive for Sierra because Sierra's going through it with Shooter. He says it's hard for him to even think about stuff like that because his parents were together until his mom died. His mom died from cancer. He comes from a family that was intact. And Carly was like, wow, I've never known anything like that. My parents divorced. I guess her father just upped and moved, left the family, and she didn't really have a relationship with her father. But now her father is sick. Her father has cancer. People are expecting her to go and take care of the father, and she's not sure if she should do it or if she can do it. Sean Garrett tells her, no, you got to do it. I mean, that's your father, and that's the only father you have. And she says that it's hard because she didn't have a relationship with him until she's gotten older, and it kind of seems like she's, she and her sisters were the ones that tried to initiate or, make this relationship with their father even happen. Sean Garrett gets her to know that he needs you. He's sick. He's probably depressed. He's there by himself. Eventually, he's not going to be able to take care of himself. Anybody that's been around anybody who's died from cancer will know that. Yeah, no, it's up to you to step in. And, she was like, I never thought about it that way. Okay, that's why she loves Sean Garrett so, because he makes her look at things from a different angle. She just feel like this about Sean Garrett for now until the next trick come along and then she got to be fake fighting somebody in a club somewhere over him. Baby, she is still crackhead Carly Red to me. So then later on we see that she's brought her dad to Atlanta. She's trying to convince him to move there. For now, she's taking care of him here. She has two sisters, like I said. I think one of the sisters live here in Atlanta and then the other sister live in New York. She's not that close with that one. But the one in Atlanta, she's pretty close with. So that one comes over. We find out that they have different moms but all have the same dad. So they come over and they're trying to get clarification on exactly what is going on with Daddy. Well, Daddy has a list of medical issues going on, and all of them are actually pretty serious, but he also has cancer, and he's got to take all this medication. He needs somebody that's there to help him. They don't want him to be down there in Florida by himself. Daddy looked like he's like, I'm gonna be okay, but they like, no, you don't need to be by yourself. And the dad has made Carly the power of attorney. She's the youngest one, and she doesn't understand why she even got to be the power of attorney and be kind of over his estate and whatever he has. And the sister was like, yeah, because you are the one, okay? You was the one that was designated for it. And Carly is not sure if she's up to the job. The sister tells her that it's their Christian obligation. Child, we ain't never seen Carly Red in the vein of anything religious ever on this show, but okay. If you say so, we gonna roll with that. Then we get on to Tommy. Tommy says that she apologized to her mom for the fight with Versace, okay, her sister. But she had already told y'all that she was not going to be tolerating no disrespect from Versace. Now, Versace did what she did, and Tommy ain't quite got over it. Mama says Tommy is kind of crazy, and Versace did not really deserve all of that went down the last time they met together. So, Mama is still trying to work hard to get these two to sit down and talk. And this time, talk without fighting. I said, look at Mama done turned into Karen King up in here. It's so funny because the mom, for all her being drunk all last season, now all of a sudden she the voice of reason and child these edges. I might as well just say right now, I done told you plenty of times that I got the struggle edges and y'all know that, right? We can't pull shit back in ponytails, not in told Nene, and now I got to tell Tommy mama, girl, you don't have it. You don't have it. Not only was the shit all sparse and, inadequate and missing, but then had the nerve to have some old struggly ass bundle of wavy hair as a ponytail in the back. I said, girl, you look a fucking mess. Tommy, why you let your mom be up here with that? Especially when I've seen Tommy have plenty of different wigs and she could at least gave her mama one. Don't do it. Don't do that. Please don't do that flicked ass ponytail again, mama. Anyway, Tommy was like, I'm not really sure if that's gonna work. And she said it's gonna work because it's not gonna be no fights and everybody gonna be grown up and everything. I'm gonna talk to Versace, make sure she on the same page. As a matter of fact, I want to have a family pic with all of us together. And Tommy was like, family picture? Yeah, we definitely got to get past this first before we start talking about a family picture. I guess mama just, now that she on the show, she gonna delete her alcoholic past and not being there for her family and all of a sudden become the good mama for Tommy and all her goddamn 25 siblings that seem to be on the show. Well, this family pic. The mom has had the bright idea that she would do the family pic and everybody dress up in their 70s gear. You know, it's going to be fun. And instead of Versace and Tommy having a separate conversation to get past it, she going to have Tommy come to the shoot and we going to kill two birds with one stone. Now, you guys know, like I know, that you don't need to be springing shit on Tommy like this because baby girl kind of ignorant and she need to be able to have the full story ahead of time so she can deal with it accordingly. So, you know, they there taking their pictures and here come Tommy, you know, she walk in, she already got an attitude. She looking like, Tommy tells the mama, you playing games, shit, I told you exactly what I wanted last time I talked to you. And mama said, no, I'm not playing games. I just really want you guys to talk and I want us to take this picture. Come on, it's going to be fun. And even Versace is like, listen, I kind of want to talk to you. And Tommy was like, I ain't got shit to say to you. That's when I realized that Tommy might have been nipping a little bit on the cooking sherry. The sister was like, well, I'm apologize. I'm apologize for how I acted, but I kind of feel like you owe me an apology too. I said, child, why you say that? Tommy was like, I don't owe you shit. I'm not apologizing to you for calling the damn police on me and getting me arrested and now I got to be making extra trips to the fucking courthouse. I will never apologize. And then the next thing you know, they start arguing. Now Versace and Tommy is arguing and then all of a sudden the mama is in it. And child, you can tell that this family has a whole bunch of problems because I still would think that you would have some sort of respect for your mother. And when you be saying shit like, fuck you, bitch, and your mama says, fuck that bitch, I don't give a fuck about that bitch, and Tommy saying that bitch never cared about her kids, she never took care of her kids, when it was just all gravy just a few minutes ago. I'm just like, are you guys putting on what story is true? Is the mama all, you know, loving her kids, or is the mama not really taking care of the kids? And why is it that Tommy feels so obligated to help her mother if her mom is full of shit and you gonna flip on your mom on the drop of a fucking dime? Now, like I said, Tommy was drinking, but she wasn't stumbling drunk. So I was just like, the shit that she was saying, she had to mean that fuck that bitch. I don't give a fuck about you, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. Can you imagine saying, child, if I said that to my mama Ruby? Oh, God rest her soul. I ain't never thought to ever even say the F word around my parents. And the rest of the kids was looking like, oh, God, you know, Tommy, mama, they, you know, at it again. But Tommy was like, I don't give a fuck because I have helped her. I bought her a house. I bought her a car. Okay, new clothes. Okay, ain't got that head situation right, but that's neither here nor there. But Tommy's like, I've done all of that for her. And this is the thanks that I get. Okay, come up here and getting ambushed by Versace. Wasn't really an ambush, Tommy. You did turn that into something else. Okay? But Tommy's like, fuck all of them. I don't give a fuck about none of them. And she leaves. Child, I was tired. And even afterwards, the mama was like, I don't give a fuck about her. I'm good on Tommy and all that. I was like, you good on your own daughter? You good on your own mama? So then later on, I guess Tommy, after she didn't have the time to come down, you know, quit being so mad and all, she said she do feel kind of bad for going off on everybody, but damn it, she felt ambushed. But she not going to forgive nobody for what just happened until they apologize to her. So Tommy is dug her heels in the sand. She's at this point in her life where she just want to know where motherfuckers is coming from. Okay, so she meeting with somebody so they can have a conversation about where they coming from. And she walks in the door and sits down and child, there go, what's showing up Scraps baby mama name? Was it Tiara? Tiana? Tiara? I think it was Tiara, right? She's there. And Tommy was just like, hey, how you doing? And I was like, do this mean that Showing Up Scrap is about to get out of jail? And if Showing Up Scrap is about to get out of jail, then what's going to happen with Karen King? Does that mean Karen King is going to make it back to the show? I don't think she's coming back to the show, but I sure would like to see Karen King back on the show. And I would like to see what's going to happen with Showing Up Scrap and Tommy, because supposedly Showing Up Scrap really did like Tommy. And from what I see from next week, Tiara's talking about Showing Up Scrap and Tiara getting back together. So I don't even really know what that has to do with Tommy, because they ain't really even mentioned Showing Up Scrap for a long ass time. So I don't know what's happening there. But yeah, she sits down with Tiara. We'll see more about that next week. And then, y'all, we got the Frost facts. I'm so sick of them because you guys keep trying to tell me that it's not true and all of that. And I just cannot see people going through all of this to be lying for a storyline. I honestly believe that D-Lo did get this girl pregnant and has this baby. Okay? But every now and then a little bit of doubt comes sneaking in the background and brings out the frost facts faced in me. But whatever. We see D-Lo, he with the fucking face, the last year has been real hard. And now he's dreading this conversation that he has to have with old Jasmine. The nigga done got ghost ever since he found out he was having this baby with her. And they've only been talking to each other through their lawyers. So Jasmine has asked him to meet her at her lawyer's lawyer's office so that they can speak. Okay, so he get over there and he just sitting in there just stupid as he want to be. So you've been avoiding me and haven't really been wanting to talk to me ever since you found out that Cannon was your son. And here go D-Lo with the fucking face. Well, I just didn't want to have no problems. I didn't want no drama having to deal with calling you. But he got child support started. So he's going to make sure that, she and the baby are living the way that they should. And she was just like, still, okay, the baby needs his father. You think that it's okay for you just not to be around? And he's like, well, I didn't want to have to deal with... He's so worried about her fucking man and over there. You wasn't worried about none of that before, huh? Sure, she was like, I'm not even with them being no more. Okay, I had to get rid of all of that. Sounds like Jasmine is trying to do a complete makeover on her life. She want to make shit right. Now that she done fucked D-Lo and had a baby with him and everything. Now she want to apologize to Rashida. She want to sit down and, her showing up at press. And, D-Lo was like, yeah, I wanted to talk to you about it. Like, you need to just give her space. Like, that ain't cool for you to go down. I said, shut up, D-Lo. It's all your fucking fault. He just explains to her that Rashida needs time. She's not quite there yet, and it ain't cool for you to just be showing up. But, Jasmine really wants to talk to her. Apologize. What you apologizing for now? So D-Lo is a little bit more relieved. Okay, it seems like Jasmine is coming from a better place. So now he says, well, you got any pictures, any videos, since I ain't seen little man in a long time? She said, oh, I got a video. And that's another reason why I feel like this is a true story. Like, who is really going to put their baby on the show and be lying about the daddy like that? He's looking and the little boy is cute. And he was just like, oh, I did that. You sure the fuck did, D-Lo, with your stupid ass. You get on my fucking nerves. But whatever, he's cleared that conversation with Jasmine and he's happy that it went well. So now he got to start trying to get his family back together. So he sits down with Rashida. And Rashida's still matter of fact, like, why are we here, D-Lo? And he told her that he sat and he talked to Jasmine and, he was able to get her to give Rashida some space, and not just be popping up and showing up. She was just like, okay, because that ain't cool for her to just be coming to the store like that. As far as Rashida's concerned, she don't want to have a relationship with Jasmine. Not right now. Okay, ain't nothing for them to discuss. But, Rashida does say, you are a good father. Like, you a hell of a father for your kids. So I know you gonna be a hell of a father for your kid over there. I would never stand in between D-Lo and his kids. And I would never stand in between the kids getting to know their brother. Okay. But as far as Rashida's concerned, she ain't got nothing to do with the little nigga and his mama. But the way that everybody is sounding so positive and, level-headed, something tells me that they all gonna be one big happy family eventually. So then D-Lo was like, because he's trying to get back in Rashida's good graces, he tells her that he's, found a lucrative business dealings that she could do. He's still her manager. It's a fitness deal. You can do a workout tape, yada, yada, yada. And she was just like, I still need to look at it and look everything over and give me some time. And he says, okay, I'll give you some time. But he's excited that maybe this will work. And then, that'll make them be able to talk more. And he could possibly move back into the house. She was like, no, see, nigga, now you trying to do too much, okay? You give a motherfucker an inch and they will take a fucking yard, won't they? You ain't coming back in this fucking house. Go there and deal with your loose pussy ass baby mama over there. She seemed to be real sweet these days. Go see what you can get from that bitch. So ignorant. The prospects, y'all. I don't know what to believe. I'm really believing that this is his baby. The fact that everybody is coming, because what's gonna happen after the fact? They just gonna all of a sudden say that the baby is not his if they was acting for the show? I guess they could, but I don't know. I just don't see him going that far. Y'all help me out with this. What do you think about the fucking prospects? Y'all, I've been in this car 40 minutes. Let me get off of here. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right, all right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.